Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about this look right here, and if you want to see how I created it, then keep on watching. Alright, so today we are going to recreate that olive green look that you just saw. So yeah, let's get started. I already did my eyebrows with the Salon Perfect Brow Kit. And now I'm just gonna prime my eyes with some concealer, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I like to use my fingers. So I have been wanting to do like an olive green, sort of smoky eye. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I have a couple greens that I like in different palettes, so I'm probably gonna be switching back and forth through some palettes. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I already primed my eyelids with some Wet n Wild concealer, and I'm going to just set that with some nude eyeshadow. I have a couple palettes I'm going to be jumping back and forth through just because they all have a green that I like. So I'm just going to set my concealer with that very first nude in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just going to put a bunch of that everywhere. I always set my eyes with the Photo Focus from Wet n Wild, but I wanted it to have like a tan look better, you know what I mean? Since it is olive green, I want it to be more in the brown shades. And I'm bringing that up all the way, all over my eye. So that's that. Now I'm gonna move on, and with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the second shade next to that, and I'm gonna apply all over my lid. I'm not even gonna shake the rest off of it. I'm just gonna put that everywhere. Just like that, again, like we did the first time. I'm not tapping the excess, that's what it is. And just like that. Now I want to go in with a little bit more of a brown one, and I'm just taking another one of these fluffy Wet n Wild grease brushes, and I might jump into this one right here, like the ones that I always start with everywhere, and I'm just putting that on my crease. You probably won't notice it so much because you have that shade in the back, but I really want it to be more darker skin tone everywhere. And this, I'm not being too precise with it since it's blending in nicely. Do the same thing on both sides. Just blend it all out. And now we go back and we focus on the crease a little bit better. Like I have something in mind, and let's see if it turns out the way I imagine it. So then I'm gonna go into the next darker one. So we went from this one to that one, and then this one. And this one, same brush, you see? I'm slowly going to make sure it stays more on the crease. And we're gonna have a lot of fallout because I'm not tapping anything off. All right, so now that we have that, I'm gonna go back with that big brush that we had, and I'm just going to add nothing to it and just kind of blend it all out. It's okay if it looks messy on the sides. I'm gonna clean that up. Now what I wanna do is go into another color, brown, and I think it's actually pretty similar. It's probably a little bit more warmer. This brown right here in her first palette. And with that same brush, I'm gonna grab some, I'm gonna tap that one in back in the crease. Oh, grabbed the wrong one. Oh, still brown. It's okay. We'll make it work. And we're gonna do the same thing to this side. There we go. We have all those browns. Now I want to go in with some green. Let's see what palette I want to use, because I've There's green in all these palettes and they're so pretty. This one, I might start with the Anastasia one. The green right there, Destiny. And this one, tap a little bit off. And just start by putting it on my lid first. See how pigment that is? We have all those browns. So I'm just tapping it on my lid and then just swiping a little bit on the crease. Now we're gonna go back and do that again. Pack it in there. And then I'm just gonna swipe on the crease a little. And do the same thing on the other side. Add some more in there. I love this color. It's so pretty. I don't want the look to be completely matte. So now, before I get into that, I'm gonna grab another one, or maybe that same one that we used the browns, tap whatever's out of it, and now I'm gonna blend those browns with the greens that we just put on there. See, now it's a little bit softer. Now on top of this one, I want to add some of the green in here, which is really dark, this one right here. And for that, I might just use my finger first. Look how beautiful that is. And just kind of tap it on my lid. Like so. I love using my fingers. And now I can grab that brush and start blending it into the other green one, just like that. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm gonna go back into that green. And it's a little messy, but we're gonna clean that up. All right. Even though we're probably gonna make a mess when we finish the look. I feel like if I clean up a little, then I kind of see where I'm going with it. Now we're gonna continue to blend that crease a little bit with some of that brown again. And I think I'm gonna go back to the Jaclyn Hill, the newer palette. And I might grab this one again, this one with this one together. And just kind of blend that green a little better. That's much better. And now I want to go in here, and before I like finish most of the eye, I like to kind of finish the lid so I can see the outcome. And this is the green from the first Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and this is beautiful because it's shimmer. So I'm just gonna add this on my lid, all over my lid, just like that. Isn't it pretty? It's like a Christmassy but fall type of green. And I want to get in there with a smaller, like little crease brush and get closer to the crease. Originally I was thinking of like doing like a half cut crease and putting this green in, but it's so pretty. Like you just want to use it all over. And if you use like if you wet it with the setting spray, can you imagine how beautiful? Now I'm gonna go back into that was loud, to that brush we used the green, and I'm gonna go into that one and tap it, and it didn't like pick up anything. And just go over for all those little edges where your finger couldn't get in there. And I'm gonna go back and with that warm brown again, just go back and blend that. And just keep blending until you're happy with it. All right, now I'm gonna clean my face again. I think we're almost done here. Some shadows could be so messy. All right. That looks better. I really like the way it's turning out. But I feel like I lost some of the, you know, some of the green. So I'm gonna go back with my finger, with my pinky, and just put that like in the center of the lid. Just like that. Yes, very pretty. Now what I always like to do is take like a nude color and mix it with that brow bone, kind of blend it together. Like the one from Anastasia's Subculture called Dawn. I'll just take that into that big like brush that we had all that, and I'm going to just kind of like put it on top of that. And another thing I do is I go in with this one, with the big one, and I just blend the corners a little bit softer. And in here too. Take some of the dark color off of the middle. And there you have it. Alright, so I put on my lashes, and these are Salon Perfect 614 lashes. Do you see how full they are? You don't even need eyeliner. And I actually took my my setting spray from e.l.f. and I set the green eyeshadow. I put some over with the powder, the liquid, and look how shiny and pretty it looks. So yeah, now I'm just gonna finish my face, and I'm going to go in with some of that concealer. This is the, oh actually let me prime my face with the Angel Veil. No, why did I say Angel Veil? NYX has an Angel Veil actually. I want to try that one. But this is the NYX Pore Filler. And for some reason it always explodes like that. Does that happen to anybody else? And it's like a skin color, skin tone tint to it. And I just put it like in the middle. Really. That's where I have like texture and dryness. And it helps with that, not just with my pores. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the concealer from Amazing Cosmetics in light golden. And this is the one that I told you is like super heavy duty coverage. I only grab like a tiny bit and I apply with my fingers. Today my face is a little red, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit more. And that's what I do with it. And then I grab my my brush and just start dabbing it. And this is the concealer, this is the one that I use when I don't want to wear foundation. I use a little bit and I put in some spots only. My face looks really nice. And then with my usual Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, I'm just gonna grab that with the e.l.f. brush and just put it everywhere. And like I'll pat but swipe at the same time. And I don't have any brush streaks. I just put that on my eyebrow. And then I'll go over it on my concealer. So it kind of all blends nicely. Let's grab that eyebrow brush that I use and just There we go. So now that we look like this, I'm going to set my face with the Photo Focus Pressed Powder by Wet n Wild with this one right here, my eyes first. So these are some of my favorite lashes at the moment. You should try them. Let me know if you have. And I'll just pat some of this where I'm gonna put my bronzer and stuff and my blush. Let's put some bronzer on, and of course I'm using my Pacifica Sun-Kissed bronzer. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that to warm up my face. And now I'm going to use some blush, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. My other favorite, you guys should know this by heart, I need to use different products. Put that on my cheeks. You see how my cheeks weren't that red anymore? That concealer is really good. And I always put my blush on my nose. And I have that blush effect everywhere, rosy. And now I always go back into that pressed powder, and I kind of clean this up just a little bit. So it looks like I'm a little contoured, but I didn't really try so hard. And now let's put some highlighter. And usually when I use the Jaclyn Hill palette, that is what I use for highlight. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the first two shades. I just put those on an e.l.f. stippling brush. And that's what I highlight with. It's my favorite mix from a palette. And I put some on my nose and on the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow, chin, up here, and let's blend this one out a little. It's a little intense. And now with the tiny little, what is this again? Concealer brush from e.l.f. I go into the 2 and I put it on my brow bone. And I love a brow bone highlight, if you can't tell. And then that right here. And now we're going to finish my eyes. Where'd you go? With this tiny little e.l.f. one again. I'm going to take some of those brown shadows from here, tap it out so we won't have a mess, and start putting that underneath my eyes a little. And I want it to be pretty smoky. And now I want to take some green, and I might take the dark green from here since I'm already here. I'm gonna go into that with this brush. This is an e.l.f. eyeliner brush and it's flat. Just gonna take a little bit of that and kind of follow my waterline right underneath. Like that. And now with this same little tiny one, we're just gonna go in and blend that together. And we just smoked it out. I'm gonna try to get it really lightly, just a little bit more, because I want it to be like a darker smoky. Am I the only one who gets eyeshadow in her eye when she does this? And then I'm just gonna use that big one with like a nude color and kind of just like swipe it on the bottom lightly. There we go. That is the final look with the eyes and everything. And for my lips, I want to use, thinking of like a lip liner. Yeah, I'm gonna use this Milani Nude Lip Liner. So I've really been into glosses, and I'm gonna use this e.l.f. gloss. Which is a very nice nude. It's called Natural. And there you have it. My glowy olive green look. I hope you enjoyed this video and you recreate it. Let me know, tag me. Also, let me know what was your favorite product from this video that you used. And yes, this is one of my necklaces that I spoke about in the last video. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my previous video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.